our DC residents, I think that's the majority of us, we're really fortunate and grateful to have in the body of our People's Counsel a woman who has, again, been distinguished in the area of advocacy for a very, very long time. And I have a very nice kind of snippet of her bio, because her bio is pages and pages. But I'll start by saying that she is an experienced litigator and a professional manager, and understands the issues that ratepayers know best, and that is how much they're paying, and understands the economic ramifications of these payments that are being made and what should be delivered to the ratepayer in terms of services. And is also important in making sure that, I'm sure that we all have power outages, for example. I'm sure we all have issues of sometimes billing mistakes being made. Well, and let me correct that. We don't all, we don't all have the problems of billing mistakes being made. In fact, very few, at least for those folks in the DC region, very few times you have issues of billing mistakes. But whenever that those rare occasions happen to present themselves, we do have very competent counsel in the Office of People's Counsel, always making sure that again our great energy companies that are here servicing us, particularly Pepco, is made aware of that, and again in helping them to do the job that they are already committed to doing. So let us give a round of applause for our Office of People's Counsel, the People's Counsel herself.
But I am very, very pleased and honored to have the opportunity to participate in today's forum, to acknowledge and to congratulate Representatives Bobby Drush, Ed Whitfield, and Bill Johnson for promoting and for their promotion of this new bill, and for their demonstrated leadership in promoting innovation and diversity in the energy sector. The groundbreaking 21st Century Energy Workforce Development Jobs Initiative Act of 2014 they are sponsoring will help to create a pathway for employment for minorities and other historically underrepresented communities in the energy sector. Equally important, it will set the standard not only for the federal government, but for state and local governments to follow when enacting their own initiatives and hiring policies in their energy sectors. I personally believe that this legislation has the potential to usher thousands of our citizens, many of whom would be otherwise ignored, along the path to the elusive middle class, a middle class that many of us have strived to reach, but for some, it is just a dream. As we know, the energy sector and related markets are exploding. There is a revolution with workforce opportunities at a rate not seen before. We see this unheralded development not only in the traditional energy markets, but also, and this is really interesting and significant, in the renewable energy generation sector and the energy efficiency markets. Hence, employment opportunities will span across all demographics of the minority community, including professionals and, critically, our trainable workforce in our impoverished neighborhoods. As you may know, and as Talib mentioned, the Office of People's Counsel represents the interest of district ratepayers before the DC Public Service Commission, district and federal courts, and federal regulatory agencies. We work diligently every day to inform, educate, and engage our constituents in renewable and energy efficiency programs and opportunities. One of my personal goals is to empower consumers to be at the table, to tell the policymakers and the decision makers what their concerns are and how they would like to see them resolved. It's not always popular, but it's important, and that is my job. This includes providing job training and internship opportunities within our agency. I recently launched an internship aimed at exposing district high school and college students to energy efficiency and sustainability programs. This in a small way, and I have a very limited staff, and I don't pay a lot of money, and the students only work for 6 weeks, but it's my attempt to expose our young people to the opportunities in this expanding market. Years ago, when I began my career, minority representation in the energy sector was virtually non-existent. Now, I'm not going to tell you how long ago that was, but it wasn't that long ago. I am encouraged to report that we have made progress, but we still have a long way to go as we prepare for the 21st century workforce. This comprehensive legislation speaks to the challenges we must deal with today, and it will, if successful, go a long way in addressing the current employment disparities in the energy industry. Record energy production, economic, and job growth suggests the U.S. economy only stands to benefit from seeing the inclusion of minorities and women in this growing field. As Taleb said, we make the industry better. With more than 6.5 million jobs across the world supported by the renewable energy sector and the energy sector itself, and the position of the United States as one of the top 5 employers in the renewable energy industry, we are poised to train the 21st century workforce. Bringing it closer to home, some wards in the District of Columbia have some of the highest unemployment rates in the country. Mentorships, internships, and training provide minority communities with the access needed to diversify and strengthen their position within the energy industry. It is partnerships on the local, state, and federal level with corporations like my friend Pepco and organizations such as the American Association of Blacks in Energy, the Interstate Natural Gas Association of America, and others that will help make this legislation a success. In my office, we are committed to fostering partnerships with faith-based institutions, civic organizations, and community groups that will bring things such as energy efficiency and sustainability jobs to the District of Columbia. We all stand to win with this type of bipartisan and common sense legislation, and I wholeheartedly thank Representatives Barbie Rush, Ed Whitfield, and Bill Johnson for their bold move and for introducing the 21st Century Energy Workforce Development Jobs Initiative Act of 2014, sort of a mouthful. I look forward to an ongoing partnership with all of the important stakeholders around our shared goals and to ensure and foster the full-scale diversity and the creation of not just jobs for the day, but sustainable jobs for the future for all of our citizens and consumers. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate this opportunity, and I'm looking forward to working with everyone. Thank you.